Ladies and gents, what's going on? Thursday, May the 13th, 2021. The Daily Crow is live. Hope you're all doing well here on this Thursday. Got a lot to get into on field, off field. We can talk about whatever you guys want. 843-790-3377, guys. That's 843-790-3377. Again, guys, appreciate you all tuning in. I already see you, HML, Ryan Brack, Travis Rowell, Brian Dean, Matt Bruno, Rob, Elizabeth Ballard. What's going on? Hope y'all are all doing well. Again, 843-790-3377 is the number. The phone lines are open, guys. Got a packed show here on a Thursday. Before we get rolling into everything, I do want to tell you about our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Guys, I love these guys. They're awesome. Partnering up with them has been a fantastic decision. And again, I like these guys because, again, they're going to take care of you. You're not just another number. You're not a line item. You're an actual client. You're a human being. You're a person. They're young but experienced and aggressive attorneys, guys. They're former prosecutors, by the way, who used to represent insurance companies but switching sides. They both worked at larger law firms where they represented hundreds of clients at a time. And, guys, like I said, again, they left to start their own law firm because they understood you don't want to be treated like some line item. You don't want to be treated like, oh, you're just another number, whatever. You're an actual human being. You're a person, and you matter. Again, they started a small boutique law firm that treats their clients like family. They're going to know who you are. They know who you are. They're going to treat you like a client, not like a number, guys. They handle injury cases that arise from car accidents and work accidents. Do not try to take on the insurance company yourself. Guys, you know, we're human beings. We are like, oh, we want to do everything ourselves. I can handle this. Let the experts handle it for you. We know in those times it can be very stressful, very strenuous. Let Dason and Shalabi handle all of the heavy lifting for you guys. They use the latest technology to make representation efficient yet effective. Guys, again, let them handle it for you. You don't pay them unless they recover money for you. Rami's in Columbia. Curtis is in Charleston. They handle cases statewide, guys. So no matter where you are in the state of South Carolina, they can take care of you. And they offer virtual or in-person consultations at no charge, guys. Give them a call today. In Columbia, 803-973-0304, or in Somerville, their Somerville location, 843-388-3368, or your one-stop shop, guys, of course, their website, dsinjurylaw.com. That's dsinjurylaw.com for more information for all of your needs. Again, that's Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Thursday, May the 13th, 2021, guys. Again, Thursday, May the 13th, 2021. Hope you are all doing well. Again, like I said, a lot on field, a lot off field, a lot we can talk about and get into here on a Thursday. Taking your questions, comments, calls. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. The phone lines are open for you guys. Would love to take your questions and comments. Everything else. Let's see. Phone lines are indeed open. Everybody in. Matt Bruno says, welcome back, Pastides. Yep, Pastides is back. Pastides is back. What a wild turn of events last night with Bob Caslen officially resigning. Harris Pastides stepping in and serving in an interim role. Incredible. I just, wild. It's just wild. I feel for President Bob Caslen. It's unfortunate how it all happened. It's a shame how it all happened, but things happen, and what's done is done, and he has resigned. And you know what? I said this yesterday to somebody. I thought if nothing else, you had to show some sort of unified front. You had to show a unified front. Like, hey, we're either rolling with this guy. He's our president. We're moving on. We're putting all this behind us, or we're making a change. And I think it was obvious and apparent that the damage had been done. Bob Caslen probably himself didn't really want to go through it and didn't want to deal with it. With that being said, that's why you have the resignation, the Board of Trustees accepting it. Now, I guess we see what more change there may be behind the scenes when it comes to the Board of Trustees or whoever else, the people in charge. So, going to be really interesting. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see who the next president is, who they pick. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know much about picking presidents for a university. I'm a sports guy, you know what I mean? But crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Let's see. Elizabeth Ballard says, Chris, great podcast today. The interview was awesome. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Yeah, great show that dropped this morning, guys. Episode 442. Of course, breaking down the Kentucky series in its entirety, talking the Wildcats. We talk, what to watch for, key player of the weekend. things I'm looking for, updates in the weekend rotation, all that good stuff. A full breakdown of that Kentucky series. Also talked a little bit of recruiting, a little bit of Carolina football, took your listener questions. But yes, a great interview, a fantastic conversation. Former Gamecocks tight end Andy Boyd joined the show. He was live in studio here. You guys probably have seen the clips or seen the pictures at this point. But really appreciate Andy taking his time to come by. And the conversation was awesome, talking everything from his South Carolina career to, of course, he has great perspective on Shane Beamer, what he's like as a person, as a coach. Andy Boyd, his last season on the field for South Carolina in 2007 was Shane Beamer's first year. And then Andy Boyd, if you guys did not know, served as a GA in 2008 and 2009. So he got to know Shane Beamer pretty well. So getting his perspective on everything and hearing that from Andy Boyd was really, really cool. And Andy's just an awesome dude, man. I know he wouldn't mind me saying this. He could talk your ear off, though. I mean, that dude loves to talk, which is great for what I do and great for the show and great for the podcast. So, yeah, definitely check it out. Andy Boyd's conversation in the show as well, episode 442 that dropped this morning. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Seriously, thank you guys so much for the love and support. It's been a great week thus far. All the support through the content, you guys showing love to the content, sharing the content, the merchandise as well. The merch, obviously, on the shelves right now in Rivals. Also, by the way, in case you missed it, speaking of Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, we are giving away a free Beamer Ball t-shirt, guys. Free Beamer Ball t-shirt. I posted the giveaway on Instagram. Going to be posting the giveaway on Facebook right after this. But we're going to be picking a winner next Wednesday at 5 o'clock. But it's really simple. All you got to do is like the post. Make sure you're following or like the page of Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Make sure you are supporting them. And then tag 3 friends. You'll make yourself eligible for the selection. And then we'll select next Wednesday, again, a free Beamer Ball t-shirt. And whoever wins is going to be able to pick, obviously, size, but color as well, whether you want garnet, black, or white. So we're going to be doing a lot of giveaways over the next couple of months as we get closer to football season. Partner up with Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Really, really good stuff. Really cool things to give back to the Gamecock community. I definitely want to do that. So again, stay tuned for all of that, but check that out. Giveaway happening right now with Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, a free Beamer Ball t-shirt. Really, really good stuff. Phil, what's going on? I see you in here. Brandon Ward. Dusty Johnson says, Castle's the perfect example of when you lie on your resume. Travis Ford says, what happens when you neglect the passing of your largest donor's mother, then show up drunk/crazy to graduation? Yeah, I mean, listen, there was just a lot of things, I think, that snowballed and the commencement thing, I think, and the plagiarizing thing was just the icing on the cake, man. It was just the final straw, the one that broke the camel's back. However you want to phrase it, it was the final straw, though. And, again, it's just when you do something that makes the school a national embarrassment, a national mockery, it's hard to neglect. It's hard to ignore. So, I don't know. I don't know. So, I wish Castlin nothing but the best. I had no ill will to Castlin. It's so funny, by the way, and I'll mention this to you guys because you guys know, like, I stay in my own lane. I talk sports. I really don't dive into any political stuff. I'm not a political guy at all. Like, I really don't give a damn. One of my main mantras in life is control what you can control. And so, hey, if you're into politics, that's cool. But me, I control what I can control. And those things happening, those people, the decisions they make, has nothing to do with me. I can't control it. So I had somebody DM me this morning, though, about Pastides and trying to bring up politics. And I'm like, dude, you are literally talking to the wrong person. Like, I'm not having this conversation with you because, like, I don't really give a damn about anybody's political leanings at all. None of it matters to me. You do a job or you don't do a job. And Castlin, what happened has nothing to do with his political leanings. It has everything to do with what he did while he was in that position. Political leanings did not make him call the University of South Carolina University of California. You know what I mean? Like, bottom line. So, and I'm not, I don't believe in cancel culture. And if you make one mistake, you should lose your job and this, that, whatever. I don't believe in that, but it just gets to a point, man, where it's just like mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. And let's call it for what it is. When you're in a position of power like that, you can't get away with as many mistakes. Like you cannot get away with mistakes. You can't afford to make mistakes. And Castlin, I just think just at the end of the day, just made some unforgivable mistakes. I mean, he publicly, nationally embarrassed the university. He did, whether you like it or not, he did. He did. So call it for what it is. That was his downfall. again, when it gets to that point where you're making a national mockery of the school you're a president of, it's hard to recover from that. It's really, really hard to recover from that. So wish him nothing but the best. I mean, I never had an issue with him. I know the way he got in, people were not thrilled with it. I got no issues with it. So whatever. It is what it is. Wishing, I'm really intrigued to see what happens now. I mean, Pastides, like I said, stepping in as the interim president, which I think it's interesting. There are some people out there that didn't like Pastides. I thought he was universally liked. I like him. I mean, I didn't go to USC even, but I like Pastides. I didn't, I think he's a universally liked guy. USC Sports, what's up, man? I'm doing well. I appreciate you asking here on this Thursday. Been a very busy week. Which is a blessing, man. Being busy is a blessing. We had Andy Boyd in studio last night. I'll tell you guys, we actually, right after this at 1 o'clock, have another guest coming to the studio. I'm going to tell you guys who it is because, again, I like to give the people that are tuned in the Daily Crow, give you guys kind of some insight of what's going on that maybe the people on Twitter or Instagram or just social media would not know that I haven't publicly put out there. But in studio today, 1 o'clock, he's going to be here. Brad Lawing, former Gamecocks defensive line coach, Gamecock legend. We had him back on the show, or had him on the show back in September. Brad Lawing stopping by the studio, man. It's going to be very, very cool, very fun to get his perspective on Shane Beamer and the coaching staff and the things that have happened and all that. So always a great conversation with Coach Brad Lawing. Always good stuff. And then tomorrow via Zoom, he's not going to be in studio, but tomorrow we're chatting with Tommy Beecher. So we got the interviews rolling, man. The interviews are rolling. Content's rolling. Everything is great. Baseball's rolling. Yeah. So had Brad Lawing, like I said, had Coach Brad Lawing on back mid-September, kind of during pandemic times, or I guess actually it was the week of the Tennessee game, believe it or not. I remember that now. It was the week of the Tennessee game. But getting Coach Brad Lawing back on should be a really, really great conversation. Of course, like I said, every time you talk to him, I mean, it's a legendary convo. So actually having him right here in studio in 45 minutes at 1 o'clock. So going to be a fun day. I mean, it's been a busy week, but a great week. I'm actually going to not let loose, but just, we got some fun plans tonight, going to the Fireflies game. Going to be a really, really good time, just kind of hanging out. Going to be able to, get out of the studio, if you will, just hang out, have a couple of beers, hang with some friends, whatever. So first ever Fireflies game for yours truly tonight. So first ever Fireflies. I've been to Seager Park one time to watch Carolina Clemson. Have never been to a Fireflies game, so I'm very, very much looking forward to going to that. Again, Seager's a great place to catch a ball game, and again, minor league baseball. There's just nothing like it. So definitely looking forward to kicking back a little bit, hanging out with some friends, like I said, having a couple cold ones, and just enjoying the night of baseball. It'll be nice to watch some baseball where I don't necessarily have to cover the game. As much as I love doing it, it'll be nice to kind of just be able to watch the game and I don't have to tweet about it. So, no, it's good. We got a great weekend planned too, though, with the Kentucky series and the live stream watch-alongs, and really excited, man. Really excited. I still feel good about this baseball team. And again, today's show, breaking down the Kentucky series and kind of Kentucky, what they have to offer. This series is huge, man. I'd call it a must-win. I called it a must-win on the podcast. I'd call it a must-win right now, man. It's a must-win series. You got to at minimum take 2 or 3 if you're Carolina. No question. Absolutely no question. Let's see. USC Sports on that note says baseball has been a letdown. I think if you came into the 2021 season with the proper expectations, USC Sports, this season really hasn't been a letdown. I mean, as long as you take care of your business this weekend, the season hasn't been a letdown. The season's been quite kind of exactly what I thought it would be. I picked this team to go 16-14 in conference play. And here's my thing, because if you get to that number, I think you host. If you host a regional and you took 2 of 3 from Clemson, how can you say you had a bad year? How? You didn't. You didn't, flat out. So, I think many fans, if I would have told you in the preseason, hey, we're going to host a regional and take 2 or 3 from Clemson, will you take that? There isn't a Carolina fan that wouldn't have signed up for it. Bottom line. Key says, what's up, Chris? I'm sorry I'm late. I owe you a push-up. Hey, I owed you a push-up for putting out T-shirts and spelling the freaking name wrong. So that's on me. Let's see. Yeah, Dusty83, Brad Lawing, man. Can't wait. In studio. It's always awesome when we get him in studio too, man. It enhances the conversation. It makes the conversation so much fun, the back and forth, obviously, and the organic, the way that the combo is able to be organic, having them in combo in person. I'm sure you guys could hear that with Andy Boyd. But, yeah, Brad Lawing's a legend, man. Coach Lawing, the resume speaks for itself when it comes to Brad Lawing. Brandon Ward says, I know we got a while, but damn, boy, I'm ready for some Gamecock football. And have y'all seen the post that predicted us to win the SEC East? Brandon, what post? Drop the post. Who put up a post predicting us to win the SEC East? Please share that with us all. Please share that with us all. I would love to see that or read what you read. USC Sports says, I owe a push-up for not attending this week much. Hey, you're good. You're good. No push-ups necessary. Key says, big series in Knoxville, Arkansas versus Tennessee. Maybe Arkansas will soften up Tennessee for us. That is a big one. That is a really. Does that start tonight, by the way? What are the games? I mean, I guess I'm going to be at the Fireflies game, and I'm curious. No, we've got Mississippi State, Missouri starting tonight. 8:30 first pitch. Mississippi State's going to freaking just roll over them. Jesus Christ. Christopher Gauntz, what's up, Chris? What do you think about Brett Carey in the mix of the weekend rotation? And I believe we can take 2 or 3. Listen, I think it makes sense. You're at the point in the season where you got to go with the hot hand. You've just got to go with the hot hand. Earlier in the season, would I necessarily been on board because there's some guys that do pitch better out of the bullpen. And I feel like Carey over the course of his career, I feel like Carey's kind of been one of those guys that for whatever reason, he has seemed to pitch better out of the bullpen for South Carolina. But with that being said, Will Sanders has had 3 straight rough starts. He's seen the struggle be up and down. And you look at how Brett Carey's pitched, man, he's pitched really well. And I think one of the biggest things is this, too, is I think Mark Kingston, Skylar Meade, they looked at how our weekends have been going. They looked at our pitchers. And, you look at our pitching staff, right? I don't think anybody would argue Brett Carey is one of our best, at minimum 4 or 5 guys. One of our best 3 or 4, no question, I would say. And you look at how our weekends were going and you say, okay, are we getting the most out of this guy? And the bottom line was you just weren't. Due to your offensive struggles, I mean, Brett Carey wasn't even pitching until Sunday a lot of the weekends. And you talk about, he was in that closer role, right? How often have we used a closer? Like, how often have we been in a true save situation where Brett Carey has come in and closed the game out? I mean, I can count on one hand. I mean, it hasn't been that many. So I don't feel like you were getting the most out of one of the best arms in your pitching staff. So, hey, how can you do a better job of utilizing him? How can you get more out of him? Put him as your starter. And again, he's throwing it really, really well. And you're in crunch time. I mean, this is the nitty-gritty. This is must win. This weekend is must win. There are no ifs, ands, or buts. You cannot lose this series. Bottom line. So I do understand that decision in the sense that, they want to trot their best out there. And right now, Brett Carey is one of your best 3 arms. He just is. And he just showed you against Mississippi State, he can go 6 innings. He can start a ball game for you. So, I'm game with the decision. I understand the decision. And, yeah, so, I totally understand. I like the decision. Like I said, this is must win, man. You don't like to use, I feel like must win, certainly that phrase gets overused in college athletics and in sports in general, right? Because really, the only games that are must win is like the last one, game 7 of the World Series. That's a must win, right? So I'm hesitant to say must win with anything because, hey, you could technically lose the series at Kentucky and then sweep Tennessee. Technically, you could do that. But realistically, for the hopes and dreams of your season, your postseason hopes and dreams, this is a must-win series. This is a must-win series. Bottom line, there's no other way to spin it. There's no other way to spin it. You know who this is a big series for, guys? Mark Kingston. It's a big series for Mark Kingston. Really is. Really is. So, because I'm still a Kingston guy. I like Kingston. I have no issues with Kingston. But, there's some people that are on the fence about Kingston, which is fair, right? Which is fair. He's got to prove himself. I totally get it. And that's my biggest thing with Kingston. That's why I'm not saying anything negative about it because, hey, it'll play itself out. Carolina baseball, there's no gray area. He's either going to win and keep his job or he's not going to win enough and we're going to be looking for another coach. And this Kentucky weekend is like one of those weekends where if you lose 2 out of 3, I don't want to be over dramatic, but if you lose 2 out of 3 to Kentucky, I really take a step back and I start questioning everything. I start questioning the direction of the program if you can't go take 2 out of 3 this week. I know that may sound harsh, that may sound dramatic, but I really do. I really start to question because, you know, if you want to say, and listen, I think this year, the teams you've lost to, I'd defend, hey, you've lost to the best in the country, man. They're all top 5, top 10 teams, whatever. But with that being said, if you're going to hang your hat on that, then you got to go take care of business in Lexington against a Kentucky team that's not even ranked. You just have to. You just have to. So, and hey, they're a quality ball club, quality middle of the pack SEC ball club. They beat Florida in game 1. They've obviously got talent. So it's going to be interesting, man. But you got to take 2 or 3. You got to take 2 or 3. Bottom line, you got to take 2 or 3. Yeah, Keith, Stupp is good. Pitched well against Florida. Yeah, I mean, listen, they've got SEC ball players. You know what I mean? Like, people are not playing at this level that don't deserve to be here. But with that being said, as a team, you're better. You should win. You should take 2 out of 3 at minimum in Lexington. Bottom line. Elizabeth Bauer, there's always confidence in our pitching staff, even when our guys are struggling at the plate. Yeah, I mean, our pitching will give us a chance to win all 3 games. I have no concerns with that. Situational hitting. That's what it'll come down to. You know, I mean, our pitchers have got to do their job. Don't get me wrong. And I'd love to see somebody on our pitching staff, like I said last weekend, win pitcher of the week, win conference pitcher of the week. I'd love to see somebody like take it upon yourself, Brandon Jordan. I'm going to go out there and just throw a shutout. Bottom line, I'm going to go win the game. I'd love to see that. Hey, good Kentucky hitting ball club too, hitting 285, I think, as a ball club. In conference play, they're hitting like 260 something. So they can swing it too. Kentucky can swing it. No doubt, man. Kentucky can swing it. So it's going to be an interesting weekend, no question. Josh is must-win Friday in series. Yeah, you got to win game 1. You just have to. You've got to win game 1. No ifs, ands, or buts. You have to win game 1. Trip Roche, if we win the series, do you think we'll be projected for a regional site? Well, I think if you sweep, yes. If you win 2 or 3, I don't know. Probably not. If you sweep, I think yes, though. Because like I said, I think if you get to that 16-14 mark, I feel pretty good about your chances to host. With your RPI and your strength of schedule, I think there's a pretty decent chance we get the nod. John Gibbs, what up, Chris? I'm late to the game, but how do you feel about Sanders being out of the rotation? I'm sure he will take Carey's place, the first man out of the bullpen. Yeah, again, we've been talking about this. I mean, I understand why they're doing it. Brett Carey's got the hot hand. He's one of your best 2 or 3 pitchers right now, and you've got to utilize him more than you've been doing. So what's the best way to do that? Putting in the starting rotation. But certainly, Will Sanders is going to pitch this weekend. Will Sanders is going to have a major, major impact this weekend. No question. He's going through some freshman growing pains. It's to be expected. It is what it is. But Will Sanders will have a major, major impact this weekend for sure. Dusty 803, ding ding with Kingston. We got to find confidence somehow. Starts with a Friday night dub. Indeed, yeah. Friday night dub would do wonders for this team. Key says he started his questioning after Ole Miss. And that's fair if you want to do that. I think, hey, it's year 4. We didn't even have a season last year. I still like Kingston. I got no issues with Kingston. So Justin says there's no reason we shouldn't win 2 of 3, and I wonder if Mark is feeling any pressure. Bro, you feel pressure every day at the Carolina job. I mean, the expectations are what the expectations are at South Carolina. The pressure's a good thing. Pressure's not a bad thing. Pressure's a good thing. So Keith says, sweep Kentucky and win one against Tennessee, we host. I think so, too. Yeah, that'll get you to that 16-14 mark. Yep. I agree. USC Sports is his prediction. South Carolina might come out of the gate and beat Kentucky 8-4. I'd love to see that. I really would. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. I think it's interesting. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's interesting. Not quite as Not quite as heavy a news day today. The last couple of days have just been crazy. That's really what it's been. The last couple of days have been absolutely nuts. So, and guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Trip Roche's crazy stat, since our 11-0 start, Carolina is now 17-18 since then. Well, and they all count, but yeah, the schedule got tougher, man. You're not playing the Daytons and the Mercers and you're not playing those non-conference teams anymore, man. This is big time SEC baseball. So, like I said, I predicted the season to go, how it's going, really, to be honest with you. So, and I'll say this: what did I think I predicted 30? I predicted 35 or 36 regular season victories, 35 or 36. And you are at, 28 right now? So I'd say 29 with App State, 30. I mean, you're going to be close. You're going to be close to what I said. So Blake McKinney, yeah, man. The mullet, full mullet season, bro. You're starting to really get some length in the back. Got to get it tightened up on the sides again very, very soon. But, yeah, dude, the mullet. I finally figured it out with the hair. I was having some difficulties, like, what do I need to do with my hair? Do I need to put product in it? Put nothing. It actually looks good today. You just put nothing in it. So that's what I'm rocking with. Just put nothing. But, yeah, the mullet is mullet's thriving, bro, for sure. For sure. Unfortunately, my mullet luck ran out Tuesday against Clemson in regards to, like, not wearing a hat. So at least I can wear a hat now and not feel bad about it. Cody Gaskins, what's your take on Bob C stepping down? We talked about it a little bit earlier, man. I think it just got to a point where there were just so many mistakes made where, I'm sure he didn't want to deal with it anymore. I'm sure that's another thing. I'm sure he didn't want to deal with it. So it's crazy. The whole situation's crazy. I said it yesterday. There needed to just be unity on the front of South Carolina in the sense of, okay, you either got to embrace he's your president, put it all behind you and move on, or you got to make a change. And sure enough, puts in his resignation. It's just wild, dude. Just nuts. It's really nuts. Christopher Gaunt says, we just got to support this team and believe, and we still have a chance to make the tournament. Yeah, we ain't hitting the ball good. Yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, we still have a good ball club. We played some really, really quality teams. This team's due for a really, really good weekend, and you hope that this weekend could be it. So, USC Sports, this baseball season has been great, but when you set the expectations by beating top-notch teams and getting your butt kicked by your rival. USC Sports, we took 2 out of 3 from Clemson. Like if you want to be hung up on the Tuesday game, I mean, that's totally fine. That's your right. You can do that, but we literally took 2 out of 3. So what more did you want this season? Did you expect to sweep them? Did you think the season's a failure if we don't sweep them? Bottom line is you took 2 out of 3 in the series, man. That's it. There's no other way to spin it. There's no other way to put it. You can't spin it any other way. We played 3 games. We won 2 of them. And then, as far as beating top-notch teams early on, and, I get it. You swept Florida. But like I said, when I looked at this season and predicted it, I just thought, okay, it's going to be a 500 type of year. We're going to beat up on some people. Some people are going to beat up on us. This is not going to be some season where, we're going 17-13 or 18-12. Like, and you could still go 17-13, by the way. I'm not saying that's impossible, but, this season's gone kind of how I expected. You're still missing some pieces as a Carolina ball club, and I think you're a good ball club. But, dude, the SEC is just brutal. This league just beats up on each other. You go 16-14 in this league, you had a great year. You had a great year. So, Cody Gaskins, there's no tipping your cap to Kentucky if you lose 2 out of 3 or get swept. No, I agree. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is a must-win weekend. There's no tipping your cap this weekend. You go and lose 2 out of 3 or, God forbid, get swept, you messed up. And you messed up big time. So, Blake McKinney, I don't know if you've seen the picture, but you need to do cornrows on the top and let the mullet fly in the back. All right, Blake, you're getting a little aggressive, Blake. A little aggressive. Little aggressive. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Love to take your questions, comments, calls as well here on a Thursday. Again, guys, podcast dropped this morning, episode 442, breaking down this weekend series against the Kentucky Wildcats, a little bit of recruiting news. Also, Andy Boyd joining me live in studio last night. That interview dropping this morning, of course. So you guys want to go check that out again, episode 442. Really, really good stuff. And like I told you guys at the beginning of the show, in case you didn't know or didn't hear, Brad Lawing, former Gamecocks coach Brad Lawing, stopping by the studio today, 1 o'clock. We're knocking out an interview in the studio. Very excited. You know, we had Coach Lawing on the show back mid-September, if you will. It was like the week of the Tennessee game, I think, getting him back in here. Really excited to hear his perspective on Shane Beamer, kind of football, just kind of everything that's happened, you know, since that point, since he was on. So very, very excited to chat with Brad Lawing. It's always a legendary conversation when Coach Lawing hits the airwaves. So, Joseph said, let's go sweep Kentucky and Tennessee to finish 18-12. I'd love that. I mean, realistically, are you going to sweep Tennessee? Probably not, but God, I'd love that. I would love that. Keith says, I think it'll help in the long run playing this hard schedule. And I think if we get a couple more consistent hitters, we beat these guys. Yeah, we're 3 or 4 really, really top-notch hitters away from being an elite ball club. I think that's the difference. Cody Gaskins, do you think Pastides will stick around for a while, or do we try to get a new president quickly? I mean, I'm sure they're going to be working swiftly to get a new president. I would think so. He says, I didn't think it was that big of a deal losing a 3-star. Shane can get better. I mean, dude, it's just recruiting, and I wouldn't put any stock into it, man. The kid's going to probably officially visit, but we got a long time before December. I don't know, man. You never know why kids commit, why they decommit. It just is what it is. Guys, before we go any further, by the way, we've hit 12:32 here on a Thursday. I do want to tell you about our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness. And CJ Profit, the man behind it all, guys, he's been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. The reason he's so good at what he does, guys, is he's been there. He's done that. He knows exactly what you're going through. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds himself doing the exact same type of training that he currently does at the gym. And guys, at Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training. Their program is a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. The goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And guys, like I said, he's so good at what he does because he's literally done it. He's lost the weight. He's gone through the physical grind, the mental grind. He knows exactly what you're going through. He's going to be there for you every single step of the way, setting up custom workout plans, nutrition plans, everything that you guys need to be successful. He's going to have it for you guys. The place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking in the door. You'll probably just wish you did it sooner. And guys, right now, they're offering a free week for anyone else to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. Or guys, if you go there right now, tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. You are going to get your first month free. Again, if you're in Columbia, Chapin, or the state of South Carolina, it is a no-brainer. Flex Squad Fitness is the place to go. Again, it's our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. How do you guys like that? Breaking up the ad reads. Breaking up the ad reads that's kind of a preview of how things will be down the road. Because once we go to 2-hour shows, which again, that probably won't happen until like August or something like that. But once we go to 2-hour shows, my plan is a couple of things. I'd like to probably have like a pre-recorded video of me doing the ad read. I could just play it whenever. And then also, the sponsors, partners I have on, we're going to have some commercials. We're going to have some ad breaks, if you will, some 2.5, 3-minute ad breaks where I can get something to drink, go take a piss, whatever, have something to eat. I don't know, whatever. But really excited for that, guys. Eventually, the Daily Crow will be noon to 2. I think that's the time we're going to settle on. Noon to 2 is eventually how I want to, distribute the Daily Crow, if you will. That will be the new time slot, 12 to 2. And I'm thinking, like I said, probably beginning of August. So we'll see, guys. But again, the summer, I know you guys are willing to roll with the punches, which is great. That's what makes you guys the best. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to do a 2-hour show. Can't wait. Are the Braves playing right now? No, they're not. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, 12-20. Okay, the Braves are playing right now. Wow. Who knew? Acuna hit a bomb. I just saw somebody tweet Ronald Acuna Jr. I was like, are they playing? Yeah, a little 12-20 game. Hey, guys, don't forget Yunkel Boudreaux at the Comedy House in Columbia on Decker. Don't forget. May 13th through the 15th. May 13th to the 15th. Do not forget. Starting tonight. Go tonight. Stand-up comedy at the Comedy House. Why not? Early game today. Indeed. John Gibbs says, Chris, I'm going to clear the air. It hurts when we lose to Clemson, even if we won the series. If you're a true Gamecock fan, then it's supposed to hurt. But a normal, realistic fan doesn't let that ruin the season. Yes, it's a failure that our rival beat us, but we can get them in Omaha. Done it many times before. That's my take on it. I mean, of course it sucks to lose, John. I'm not arguing it doesn't suck to lose. I'm not arguing that I didn't want the sweep. But what I think is when you're letting that one loss ruin the fact that you won the series, that's where it becomes an issue. Like, yes, we're disappointed. The goal and objective is to win the game. You had the opportunity to sweep and you didn't. That sucks. It sucks you missed that opportunity. But don't let it ruin the fact and also make you lose sight of the fact that you took 2 of 3. That's just the way I view it. I viewed the Tuesday night game, John, as we had nothing to lose. We had nothing to lose. We already won the series. We already have bragging rights. And again, to let one game ruin that fact, I'd say is don't let it happen. Don't let that happen. Let's jump to the phone lines real quick. Yo, Justin, what's up, man?
Not much. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking, man. What's going on?
Chris, I feel good today, man. I glad my cast was going because we need something different, man.
From Castleton, you mean?
Yep.
I mean, yeah. I mean, whether we need something different or not, we're getting it. So, yeah. I mean, it's a crazy. It's just been a crazy week, man. It's been a crazy sequence of events, and you know who knew a viral video from commencement would lead to this, but you know here we are. I mean, who would have thought this time last week that this would happen? You know what I mean? Like it's nuts, man. It's nuts. There's no other way to put it. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, I'm looking at video 2 days ago. It holds stock out that, Chris. It really did, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it's like I said, when you nationally embarrass the university, that's where it's like, okay, we've got an issue. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I wish Castle nothing but the best. Like I said, it's a rough situation. It's tough, whatever. But you know, I'm going to be interested to see who they find next. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how all that process, how the selection process works, but I don't know. It's weird times, man. Very weird times.
Yeah, and Chris, the thing about it is, Doc House, they're gonna have to with confidence. They have to, you know. It's gonna take a while, but you gotta get the white guy in there. And he's got the, you know, the president got fixes athletic department too, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean the president's gonna have his plate full when he gets the job. So I mean, again, I'm a sports guy, man. I don't know much that goes in that selection process or whatever, and you know, but you know they got to find somebody, find them quick, and you know, find the right guy. I mean, there's no other way to put it. So.
Yeah, I agree, Chris. Hey, Chris, my second question is, I'm surprised Pesky is, he's still as an interim president now.
Say it again?
I thought Pesky, he's going to be the interim president.
Oh,
right?
yeah, Pastides. Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, I think it kind of worked out. I think he's still around town, and, you know, I'm sure he was more than willing to step in. I don't know. Like I said, man, it's a complete mess, but, you know, glad to see Pastides, somebody that's universally loved by South Carolina alum and fans and all that. You know, somebody like that can step in. So, you know, I'm sure they're going to be hastily trying to find a new guy.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, I love Pesky. He was a good president, you know.
Yeah, no, he was a great one. There's a reason he's loved by everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Chris, we thought something about Kingston. I mean, look, he's having a hard time, you know.
I mean, dude, like I said, I just let me ask you, Justin, what did you expect coming in this season? Did you think we'd be a top 10 team? Did you think we'd be a national seed? Did you think we'd go to Omaha? Because if you did, that's the problem. It's not Mark Kingston. It's the problem of these fans with expectations that we just should go to Omaha every year. I mean, I know what the standard is. I love the standard. I love the expectation. But, I mean, the season's gone exactly like I thought it would, really, to be honest with you. So, you know, if next year we're not hitting and next year we're having some of these issues, then I will start to become concerned. But we're not having some terrible year. I mean, we're a postseason club, and it's not even a question. We've played the second toughest schedule in the country. Our RPI is like 10th. We're not having a bad year. So, you know, to say Kingston, you know, and it's not just you. I know you're just saying, like, to say Kingston's having a rough go at it. I mean, he's made the Super Regional, been a game away from Omaha, had a terrible second year when his ace got hurt in the third weekend of the season, had a wash of a year that didn't count last year. And this year, we're going to go to the postseason yet again. We might even still host a regional. So, you know, it's not going to be 2010 to 2012, man. We're not going to just go win back-to-back national championships. And you just, you know, that's just not what it's going to be. You know, that run will probably never happen again. Yeah. Just like, unfortunately, I know fans hate to hear this, that run Coach Spurrier had, 11-13, 3 straight 11-win seasons, that will probably never happen again. As much as I like Beamer, just realistically, that run was insane. Beating Clemson 5 times in a row. Bro, I'm 30. I probably won't see that again in my lifetime. I hate to say that, but probably won't, realistically. So, you know, back to the Kingston thing, though. I mean, you know, listen, the verdict's still out on Mark Kingston. Jury's still out on Mark Kingston, however you phrase it, whatever. You know, it's undecided. We don't know, but I don't know. I just don't look at it and say, man, Kingston's having a rough go at it. I mean, the season's, you know, it's been up and down. You're sitting 500 SEC play. Again, it's kind of right where I thought you'd be. I mean, the best teams in the country play in this conference, and if you thought South Carolina was going to go win 20 games in conference play, you just set improper expectations from the beginning. It's a tough conference, and the best team in the conference may not even win 20 games. So in the conference, I'm saying. So it's just tough, man. It's just a tough league, and like I said, it'll sort itself out. But you know, I still think we're a good ball club, and I think we're having a fairly decent season. I do. This weekend will tell you a lot. Hey, you got to go win this weekend. You got to go win 2 out of 3 or even sweep. But if you do that, you take care of your business, and like I said, you finish the season, let's say 16-14, you had a good year, in my opinion. You did. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chris, listen, I don't think that's not the outcome all the way, but look, these kids are young, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've got a young team in some areas, especially the pitching staff. I mean, next year, hey, we're going to be even younger. We're going to be a lot younger because our entire lineup basically will be a brand new. You know, you lose Eister, you lose Allen, you lose Wes Clark, you lose George Khalil. Yeah, so you're going to be replacing a lot of your big guys. You know, David Mendham might be gone. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of new hitters in that lineup. And that's what I'm saying. I'll be really intrigued to see how we swing it next year because it's like, all right, Kingston, these are your guys. These are your hitters. So, but, you know, right now, like I said, man, I still feel good about our team. I know it's been a rough couple of weeks. You know, we've played the best competition in the entire country. It is what it is, but I still think we have a quality ball club. Yes, Tuesday sucked. We've got to situationally hit. We've got to swing it better, but I do still think we got a quality ball club. So.
Oh, yeah, we do. It's just like things got cooked, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yep. Hey, Chris, that's hard to say, man.
Hey, Justin, I appreciate it as always, man. Appreciate the call.
All right. You too, Chris.
Yeah, take care, bro. Later. Yeah, you too. Great stuff. 843-790-3377, guys. That's 843-790-3377. Robbie Davis texts in. Says here, Robbie Davis here. Hope you're doing well. Same with any sport. The team that makes the least amount of mistakes will win the ball game. And we made, against Clemson, we made more mistakes than they did. They beat us, but we won the series. It's all that matters. As always, love your show. Your friend Robbie Davis, I just want us to win and let the chips fall where they may. Indeed. Let's see. Cody Gaskin says, I'm just going to go ahead and be that guy and say that we lose 2 of 3. And yet again, we lose this Friday opener. I pray I'm wrong, but they haven't shown me anything to make me change my mind. Bats have to come alive and quit leaving so many guys on base. Well, I mean, Cody, that's a fair take, and I wouldn't say that's really the bold take because, hell, we haven't won a Friday game since the Florida series. So, yeah, sure, there's nothing, I guess, that really tells you that we should win game 1. You know what I mean? Like, I guess, but, you have to. You have to. Tommy Wallace, who would have thought Castlin would be out before Martin? Yeah, good point. I didn't think about that. Keith says we have a winning season. It can be a lot worse. And again, the expectations, the standards there, and that's good. That's why I love Carolina baseball. We have real expectations and real standards of winning and winning big. But again, just having perspective and being realistic, I'd ask fans, like, what did you expect from this season? Did you expect us to be an Omaha ball club, undoubtedly? Did you expect us to be a top 10 team? Did you expect us to be a national 8 seed? I didn't. So if you did, I think you just set some improper expectations, to be totally honest with you. Tommy Wallace says, for baseball to go to the top level, I feel we must be able to play some small ball on occasion, slap some balls around and make opponents play defense. Need some more speed on the bases, not enough threat to run. We certainly have the big power part of a championship team, but a few necessary pieces are missing. Yeah, I definitely think speed too, man. Athletes. I mean, dude, Kentucky is 67 for 71 in stolen bases. 67 for 71, bro. That's insane. They've got one guy on their infield that's 20 for 22. Like, these dudes can run. I'd love to see us get more out. We just got to be more productive, man. Bottom line. We got to be more productive. That's it. Elizabeth Bauer need to put balls in gaps and be able to advance the runners and score. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I talked about it all yesterday, but we got to be more productive. Got to be more productive. There's just no excuse for it, man. Situational hitting. Got to be better. There's got to be more of an emphasis on that. Has to be. So, again, guys, 843-790-3377. Less than 15 minutes left. 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls as well. Again, hope you guys are doing well here this Thursday. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Tell you guys this. I think there's a pretty good chance we're getting a commitment on Friday, by the way. Just FYI. I think there's a pretty solid chance. Tommy Wallace says, we need more duck snorts. You're right. You're actually right. A ground ball with eyes. Yeah, we need more of that. We definitely need more of that. You are correct. That's a good way to put it. Just base hits, man. We're so live and die by the homer, man. And I love the bomb. I love the long ball. But my God, you can't drive a guy in from third with less than 2 outs. You are not a very good ball club. So there's got to be more emphasis on that. You got to figure that out. Brendan M., what's up? Courtney Washington, what's going on? Hope y'all are doing well. Again, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Somebody commented in one of our videos, someone has to pee because I was shaking my legs. I just always shake my legs. Let's see. Courtney says, how do you like Castlin being gone? Of course, what everybody wants to talk about. I mean, I wish him well. It just is what it is. It's been a crazy last week. That's for damn sure. So USC Sports' Andy Boyd was rocking the Birkenstocks. Andy's an awesome dude, man. That was an incredible, incredible conversation. Seriously. Key says the top teams don't live and die by the home run. I think Kingston's using the hand he was dealt. Have to have the players and speed to play small ball. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though. The top teams, I'll tell you this, they don't live and die by it, but they can hit it. You know, it's a positive to have guys in your lineup that can change the game with one swing. That's a positive. But there's got to be a balance. Like in everything in life. You know, too much of a good thing's a bad thing. Too much of any one thing can be bad. Like just relying solely on power, not good. You need to be able to do it all. A well-rounded offense, right? So I could say the same thing like Carolina football this year, right? We're going to run the ball a lot, but you got to be able to balance it out a little bit. Ideally, you want to throw it 50 times and run it 50 times, you know? Or maybe 60-40. But having balance is key in anything and everything. So it just, you know, we have the power, but we need to put focus on the other areas. The power's there. Hey, our hitters are good. They're powerful. They're big. They're strong. They're going to hit homers. I don't feel like we need to make that a point of emphasis. They're going to hit bombs no matter what. Joshua Jenkins, so we're projecting to be a 2-seed in Arizona. What do we have to do to host? Yeah, that's Baseball America's projection. D1 Baseball has us going to East Carolina. But, you know, wouldn't that be wild if South Carolina went to the West Coast for the postseason? That'd be kind of wacky, honestly. I don't think that's going to happen. That'd be kind of wacky. Joshua says that what do we have to do to host? We need to get to 16 and 14 or better in the league, man. That's the first step. So you're at 12 and 12 right now. You got to go 4 and 2 over your last 6 conference games. Bottom line. End of story. That's it. That's it. Four and 2 over your last 6 conference games. So. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Joshua Jenkins says, because they come out with the host sites next week. Usually it's after the season, but it's different this season. Actually, they're dropping the top 20 today or tomorrow. That should be happening very soon. So that should be happening very, very soon. Let's see. Hasn't happened yet, but that should be happening soon. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls. Like I said, quick reminder, episode 442 dropped this morning. Full Kentucky series breakdown. Everything you need to know for this weekend as the Gamecocks travel to Lexington to take on the Cats. Full breakdown of the Cats. We've also got what to watch for, talking about South Carolina's weekend rotation, key player of the weekend, everything you need to know. And I'll have my full prediction for the series on tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show will be full series prediction. Plus, I'll probably just give some thoughts on Castleton, whatever. But, yeah, definitely the focus will be full series prediction for tomorrow's podcast. So, definitely looking forward to that. Of course, the Daily Crow tomorrow. And then the live stream watch-alongs all weekend long. So this series this weekend, Friday at 6:30, Saturday at 2, Sunday at 1. The live stream watch-alongs will start 15 minutes prior to first pitch each of those days. So, again, we'll go Friday at 6:15, Saturday at 1:45, and Sunday at 12:45. Live stream watch-alongs right here, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you want to tune in, be sure to check that out. USC Sports, my huge worry going into the football season is starting off great, then players getting injured, then the whole season collapse. That's a very in-depth worry, I feel like. I mean, USC Sports, it's just, you just got to hope you're not snake bitten by injuries. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, it's injuries is kind of a luck thing. You know what I mean? It can kind of be a luck thing. So you just got to hope and pray that your team isn't the one that is snake bitten or hit by the injury bug. So again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 790-3377. Tommy Wallace says, our baseball team reminds me of Lou Holtz's, reminds me on Lou Holtz describing Derek Watson. Quote, the potential to fill the stadium or be the one to sweep it out. Yeah, I forgot Lou said that. I forgot Lou said that. Joshua Jenkins says, how the hell is Clemson projected as a 3 seed? They shouldn't even make it. Well, they're a 500 conference ball club. I don't know. They're a 500 ACC club. They're right there on the fringe. I don't know. Joshua, that's a great question. I don't know. I do not know. Do not know. Okay. Justin Martin, what's going on, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You guys see we're rocking the media shirt today. Big media vibes. We got anything else, guys? Any questions? Should I wrap it up a couple minutes early? I got Brad Loewen coming to the studio at 1 o'clock for an interview, so you guys tell me. USC Sports does one huge improvement in the spring game. Looked like the offensive line. Yeah, I think the offensive line will be good this year. You return 4 or 5 starters. From a solid group last year. I mean, obviously, anytime you have a 1,000-yard rusher, you did your job as an offensive line. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. You did your job. So, yeah, I think on the offensive line, I think we'll be solid. Again, the running game is going to be the focus, and it's going to be behind that big offensive line. So, definitely, I think we're solid up there. Big thing is you lose Sedarius Hutcherson. How do you replace him? But as far as I know, the way they've recruited, you've got athleticism up front. You've got some big bodies. I think you should be okay. So I think the offensive line should actually be a strength of this football team. Keith says, if we make it to the Supers, is this season a major success? Yeah, the season's a success if we make it to the Supers, in my opinion. I mean, that's what I predicted for this team. But you make it to the Super Regionals, yeah, I think you had a successful year. I do. I think if you were to make it to the Supers and lose, let's say, anybody who would call the season a failure at that point, I mean, again, what did you expect coming in this season? I know what the standard is. I know what the expectation is. But you're going to have people that complain and bitch and moan no matter what happens. I mean, we could go to Omaha this year, but if we don't win the whole thing, Mark Kingston can't win the big one. He can't. It's like, dude, every other team's trying to get there too. You know what I mean? It's not easy to get to Omaha. I think people don't understand it's not easy to get to Omaha. That should be the goal, though. That's our standard of excellence. Our standard is Omaha. That's our goal every single year. That's what I love, like I said, about Carolina baseball. But, yeah, bro, we get to the Supers. We had a pretty damn good year, bro. We're one of the last 16 standing. It's a pretty good year. It's a pretty good year. So, anything else? Keith, USC baseball fans are spoiled. They are, but like I said, I love the expectations too, though. I just have expectations, have a standard of excellence, but also try to keep things in a little bit of perspective. Try to keep things in perspective, right? You have to. Hey, I wanted to sweep Clemson. I would have loved to sweep Clemson, but try to keep things in perspective. You won 2 out of 3. If I'd have told you before the season, hey, you beat Clemson 2 out of 3, would you take it? Oh, hell yeah. We'd be jumping for joy. We'd be jumping for joy. So just have some perspective. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So, all right, guys, going to go and wrap it up. With that being said, Brad Loewen about to be in studio. That interview will drop for you guys on Monday. Very excited to chat with the legend. Brad Loewen, a freaking legend. You guys know him. He's unreal. The conversations are always unreal. So, we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Like I said, quick reminder, though, episode 442 that did drop this morning of the podcast, 442, full breakdown of the Kentucky series. Also, great conversation, great interview, former Gamecocks tight end Andy Boyd talking about his South Carolina career, and of course, Shane Beamer playing for him, coaching with him, getting to know him, the future of Carolina football, the direction of the program. Really, really good stuff. Legendary conversation, legendary interview. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Daily Crow will roll on tomorrow. Podcast, of course, and then live stream watch-alongs all weekend long, I should say, for the Kentucky series. But again, appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for love and support. Until next time, y'all have a great rest of your day. And we'll talk to you tomorrow, guys. Thanks so much.